Imagine being forced to evacuate your home by an issue that is out of your control. That's what many people had to do because of Hurricane Dorian. Hurricane Dorian was a massive hurricane that hit the Bahamas and parts of the United States and Canada, and it also brought major controversy. This hurricane was a big topic all over the news and it affected many people, so everyone should be informed. You should listen to me because I have done a lot of research about this topic and have been paying attention to many news stories that covered it. Hurricane Dorian did damage to the locations it hit. President Trump had made a claim that Hurricane Dorian would hit Alabama, and because of that, he received a lot of backlash for his claims. Now I'll start off with some background information on Hurricane Dorian. Hurricane Dorian occurred in the time frame of August 24th, 2019 to September 8th, 2019. The hurricane began in the Abaco Islands, where it killed at least 5 people. A news story by Guardian News made on September 3rd, 2019, says the heavy flash floods damaged over 13,000 homes. Flooding was a major issue with this hurricane as it spread throughout the Bahamas, east coast of the United States and Canada. The 2 major U.S. states that Hurricane Dorian hit were Florida and North Carolina. Hundreds of thousands of people had lost power and ended up in shelters. Along with flooding, other threats like tornadoes were also a big factor for this hurricane. With the hurricane staying on the east side of North America, President Trump thought the hurricane would hit Alabama. President Trump said that the hurricane would hit more states than just Florida. He claimed that the hurricane would also hit Alabama. President Trump posted a tweet on Twitter on September 1st, 2019, saying, in addition to Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, and Alabama will most likely be hit much harder than anticipated, looking like one of the largest hurricanes ever, already Category 5. Be careful. God bless everyone. The National Weather Service office in Birmingham denied Trump's claim instantly. Also, the National Hurricane Center never stated Alabama being in the path of the hurricane. Trump showed a map that the path of the hurricane looked to be altered by a black Sharpie. An article written by Stephen Shepard in the Politico explained that Trump had said at one point last week there was a 95% chance of Dorian impacting Alabama. The map that Trump was showing, the cone that was originally on the map, did not include Alabama, nor its surrounding areas. The black line that was added included Alabama and the panhandle of Florida. With the black line looking to be added to the map grew some ridiculed discussions against Trump. Since President Trump provided incorrect weather reports to the public, he received plenty of backlash and even encountered some legal issues. It is actually a federal crime to provide false weather forecasts in the United States. Cornell Law School states on their website the U.S. Code Section 2074, which dates back to the year 1948, stating that whoever knowingly issues or publishes any counterfeit weather forecast or warning of weather conditions falsely representing such forecast or warning to have been issued or published by the Weather Bureau, United States Signal Service, or other branch of the government service shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 90 days or both. Although this is a federal law and the misinformation came from the president of our country, Trump cannot be charged with this violation. Even with Trump's false reports, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration did not want to counter Trump's incorrect statements on the weather. This grew to many heated arguments amongst the weather community. Chaz Danner, the author of the article How Trump's False Dorian Forecast Sparked a Crisis at NOAA, summarized the NOAA's anonymous statement that was made and said, "The firestorm surrounding the president's hurricane statements is unprecedented in the NOAA's history, and threatens to politicize something that most Americans take for granted as an objective, if flawed, part of daily life, the weather forecast." Workers at NOAA were threatened their job if they voiced their contradicting opinion on the president. Many workers felt this to be unfair to the employees and to the country if the information was false. If they were questioned on the topic, they were told to leave it to the National Hurricane Center. Throughout all the controversy and backlash received by the president and the NOAA, it all settled once the hurricane passed and there was nothing more to be discussed on the issue. Hurricane Dorian was a massive Category 5 hurricane that affected the Bahamas and the east coast of the United States and Canada. President Trump had claimed that the hurricane was hit Alabama and displayed his theory on a modified map by using a black Sharpie. He received countless claims that countered his, and the NOAA did not want to go against Trump about what he said about Alabama. Hurricane Dorian did immense damage to the locations it had hit. Alabama being hit by the hurricane was a false claim made by President Trump, and because of his false claim, he received a lot of backlash against him. Thankfully, we all live in Ohio right now, and we don't have to worry about hurricanes, but we should keep the people that do in our thoughts.